Welcome to LSAT Games. It has been a minute, but that's how it goes sometimes, I guess. You will notice a difference in today's video. I am not down here in the corner. We are going to try something different for the summer. You will just have to imagine my face rather than actually being able to see me talk down here. But the content is the same, and we are going to begin today with the first game from Section 1 of PrepTest 88. So this is the, I believe, September 2019 test. Let's see. You know how I hate to be wrong about these things. Yes, September 2019. Always have to check. So let's get into it. I am looking at the setup, which is over here. Questions 1 through 6. Setup. An animal rescue organization, nice, is planning a display at an upcoming adoption event. The display will feature 5 animals available for adoption, each in its own pen. The pens will be arranged one next to another in a single row. Ooh, feels like an order game. The organization has 8 animals available to bring to the event, 4 kittens and 4 puppies. Okay, maybe, I don't think 2-dimensional. Well, never mind. Yeah, maybe 2-dimensional. We've got F, G, H, and J. Let's go ahead and write this down. Kittens, we're going to do in capital letters, F, G, H, and J. And puppies, we will do lowercase, R, S, T, wags, what a name, R, S, T, and W. The display is subject to the following rules. Okay, yeah, so this is pretty clearly a classic order setup. Let's go ahead and set up our 8 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we're just going to keep track of, I don't know, I guess the puppies and the kittens that can go in these different spaces. Getting into the clues, the 1st and 5th pens must hold kittens. So if I am doing this 2-dimensionally, even though I've got the capital letters, I'm just going to set it up over K for kitten. And so 1st and 5th must be a kitten. Taffy cannot be displayed next to any kitten. So he never goes next to a kitten, and that is reversible. I want to keep in mind the order does not matter there. Can't be preceded by a kitten, can't be followed by a kitten. Either garnet or honey, but not both, must be included in the display. Ooh, wait, okay, so I missed something. I was not reading carefully enough. The display will feature 5 animals available for adoption. So, whoops, we do not need slots 6, 7, and 8. So this might even be, oh man, are there any order clues here? There are no order clues here, and as I look at this last clue, I see a conditional statement. Yeah, sorry, I don't think this is an in and out game. I actually, well, wait, the 1st and 5th pens must hold kittens. Never mind, it's kind of a hybrid in and out game order game. And so I think what I'm going to do actually is I will kind of keep the idea, I don't need to number them, but I will keep the idea that out here are whichever puppies and kittens do not get selected for the display. And so this is kind of a weird, do I want to do it this way? I'm going to try it. This is kind of a weird in and out style setup, but we're going to try it. We have to keep track of the order on the inside. It is 2-dimensional, and we have this in and out element going on. So a bit of a hybrid game here. Not necessarily what I would love to start the day with. And again, this is section 1, so this might be one that I would skip, you know, if it popped up on the real thing. But anyway, back to the clues. Either G or H, but not both, must be included in the display. In other words, one of them for sure will be out. Yeah, I'm not going to leave that for a deduction. We'll just go ahead and put that right on the diagram. Either G or H has to be on the outside. And that also means one of them needs to be on the inside, of course. So either H or G is in, and then the other G or H is out, or vice versa. If Wags is included, if Wags is included in the display, Garnet must be in the 2nd pen. So if W is in, then G is also in and goes 2nd. But then that means that, let's go ahead and do our contrapositive right away. If G is not 2nd, we know that Wags is not even in the display. That's not quite a block. I was thinking, do we want to put like a WG block or something? But that's not quite true. You could imagine a scenario where G is 3rd, for example, and W is out. So they don't have to be together. Are there any other deductions, though? What can we say? Well, T, for example, is never next to a kitten. So T, I mean, one thing I might want to remember, this HG block is just about in, out. It's not associated with 2, but then T can never be 2 and T can never be 4. So basically, if T is in, it has to be in pen 3. And then of course I can say things like none of R, S, T, or W can go first. None of R, S, T, or W can go fifth because those have to be kittens. G or H are both kittens. And so again, if T is in, I would have to place H or G first or fifth. I don't know that I want to make that a deduction though. I'm not seeing any other deductions, so I would say let's go ahead and jump into the questions. As always, deductions are natural consequences of the rules, so as long as we're following the rules, even if we miss a deduction here, it shouldn't be a terribly big deal. Number 1, which one of the following could be the animals included in the display listed in the order of their pens from first to fifth? So that looks like your basic pick a clue style question. I think we can just take one clue at a time and see what's going on. As we said, if Taffy's in, they're going to have to be third. So B, C, and D looks good, but A, of course, is impossible. For that matter, R, S, T, W, none of those can go first or last. R, S, T, W, I guess we're good there. I don't see R, S, T, W anywhere on A, B, C, or D. One of H or G is going to have to be on the inside, but just one of them. So B is a problem because we have both G and H on the inside. But then I've got H on A, G on C, and G on D, so we're good there. If W is in, so Wags is in on C and D, G is supposed to go second. C is a problem. We've got Raisin going second instead. What else can we say? I feel like we must be missing something. First and fifth pens hold kittens. That is true right now for both A and D. T cannot be displayed next to a kitten. Oh, okay, so it's not just that if T goes has to go third. More generally, T can't ever be next to a kitten. G is a kitten, and so this GT block on D is a problem. So I can cross off D and circle answer choice A. That wasn't so bad. Let's see, number 2. If Wags is included in the display, nice specific question, good one to go to next. The display cannot include blank. Well, of course, we know if Wags is in, G is going to have to be 2, and if G is in, H is out. And I think we're done. I think that means number 2 is B. Honey has to be out. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to do there. Moving on to the next specific question, we have number 3, which is up here. If 3 puppies are included in the display, which of the following must be true? Interesting, because I don't know if you got this vibe from the setup, but it seems like it's a lot easier to have kittens in rather than puppies. Of course, we know the first and fifth have to be kittens, so if we have 3 puppies in, then they have to go 2, 3, and 4. And T does not have to be one of those puppies, but if T is in, as we've said before, it's going to have to be 3. Which one of the following must be true? Interesting, D. T is in the third pen. But again, I don't know that we have to include T. Now, I guess I'm going to consider 2 scenarios. I'm going to say, what if W is in? Oh, never mind. I don't need to do this. I was about to say, what if W is in? What if W is not in? So basically, what if W is the puppy that we don't include? What if W is one of the puppies we do include? But right away, I see a problem. If W is in, G is supposed to be second. G can't be second here because it's a puppy. And so that means that for sure, actually, W is on the outside, which means R, S, and T are going to be the puppies, and as we've already said, T can't be second or fourth, so it's going to have to be third. Pretty sure we're done now. I think that means that D is going to be the answer, but just to scan real quickly, or, you know, this may end up being useful for another question. If we have R or S flipping between 2 and 4, and we know W is on the outside, one of G and H are in, one of G or H are out. I mean, we could put G, H, one of them first, or for that matter, one of them fifth, but otherwise the other one is going to be out. And then we just have one more kitten, either H or J. No, not either H or J. Either F or J would be the one that's in, but I don't know that it matters. But I'll just go ahead and write that down. Either F or J. J or F on the outside. Okay. But again, as far as what must be true here, pretty simple. What we thought about earlier, Taffy is in the third pen. 4, 5, and 6, all specific questions, so that's really nice. You know, I said I wouldn't begin with this game, but 5 specific questions. The setup is weird here, but otherwise it's not turning out to be that difficult of a game. Let's go ahead and work on number 4. If Fluffy is displayed next to Jaguar, the display cannot include blank. Well, my initial thought, of course, is T is not going to be able to be in, because if I've got two kittens next to each other, then they're not only first and fifth. I would have to have another kitten either second or fourth. Unfortunately, as I look at the answers, I don't see T there. So even though we know that T is going to go on the outside, that's not the answer in this case. So we need to keep going. My next thing to think of is, well, maybe it's G, right? Maybe it's that G goes second kind of clue. But let's think through this. If we have F next to J, we don't have any clues about F or J, so it's kind of difficult to place them. We know that they're both in some order. Okay, interesting. So one thing I notice here, and this does go back to the WG clue, if G is second, there's nowhere that F or J could be next to each other. Because, for example, if I put G second and something like W third, maybe F4 and J5, the problem is I'm supposed to have a kitten here going fourth, and that kitten would have to be H. But H and G are not supposed to be in at the same time. So I think that's telling me it's not possible to set up G second, which means that, yeah, I really should have done this clue a little bit differently. It's not that G is not in, it's just that G is not second. That's really a better way to set that up. And so G could still be in here right now, but it's not going to be second. And so for sure, W is on the outside, and that is answer choice E. And so I think we're done with number 4. Time to move on to number 5. If Jaguar is not included in the display, If Jaguar is not included in the display, which one of the following could be true? Okay, so if for sure J is on the outside. Oh wait, J's a capital letter. J's a kitty. What else could be true? Must be true. Could be true. I don't feel like this tells us much, because we don't have to have 3 kittens on the inside, so it's not as if all of... Oh, I was going to say it's not as if all of F, G, or H have to be in, but of course that's impossible. G and H can never be in together. So in fact, one of these blocks will have to be the GH block. The other one will have to go on the outside. Both of these are kittens, of course. And then that means that F has to go on the inside. Now, the order here is adjustable, so maybe I'll just draw in a little arrow there. 1 and 5 could switch around, but it has to be those kittens for sure. And that means that G cannot go second, which means that W is going to have to be on the outside, which means every other puppy has to be in, and then that, as we've said before, means that T ends up going third. So that's the kind of thing. We didn't write that down as an official deduction, but you can see it happening over and over again. So it's good that we noticed it, but even if we hadn't noticed it, we would just hopefully see at this point, oh wow, whenever T is in, T ends up being third. And of course all of these are puppies. All right, as far as what could be true, A, G is in the 4th pen. Nope, that's not possible. Honey is in the 5th pen. That is possible. And I should stop here, but gosh, I'm so tempted. I should stop here because I said specifically, right? We've got the little order doesn't matter arrows. So yeah, Honey could be 5th, but I'm just so tempted to look at these others and make sure. Don't follow my lead. You got to stop. When you get to B, the answer is B here. I know it's going to be B. In fact, I'm not going to check. I am not going to read C, D, or E, and neither should you. If B is our could be true, it's our could be true. We don't need to keep checking. All right, we got one more question. We do need to kind of extend our diagram a little bit here. We've got specific question number 6. Oh my gosh, I'm doing it in the wrong color. Forgive me. If Scamp is not included in the display, which of the following must be true? So number 6, if S is on the outside, S obviously being a puppy. So I'll go ahead and bring up K. Oh gosh, they're not all kittens. 1 and 5 are kittens. What must be true if Scamp is on the outside? Well, as always, we know one of H or G is on the outside also, but I don't know. And again, yeah, never mind. I was going to say, I don't know that the G2 thing matters, but it does. Because if we did something like put G second, we need 2 more. Oh wait, no, I don't think that's bad here. If we put G second, W would have to be on the inside, and then we would need both of the other, or 2 of the other kittens, but it just can't be H. So H would go out in that scenario, and then either F or J would go first. It can't be T, but I think either R or S would be fine for the other puppy. Now that's a possibility, that's not a could be true. So let's think through what else is possible if we put S on the outside. If G doesn't go second, then W is on the outside. So basically what we're attempting here is one scenario where W is in and another scenario where W is out. Of course, we know one of H or G would be the other kitten that's out, which means every other kitten would need to be in. In fact, G could even be second here, and that would still be okay. It doesn't mean the W has to be in if G is second. Oh, but I can say, all right, in this scenario, there's no room for T to be out. So T would have to be in, which means a puppy's going to have to go third no matter what. Is that true? Well, that's not an answer anyway, so I don't know that that helps me. Oh, wait, this is a problem. Yeah, this doesn't work. Because if T is third, it needs to be surrounded by other puppies. But right now, I only have one kitten on the outside. I'm going to have another kitten on the inside. So interesting. If we put S on the outside, I have to have 3 kittens in. I think that's what's happening here. Oh, I'm not in a super comfortable position. You can't see me. Maybe that's for the better in this case. So I'm adjusting. If S is out, I feel like I'm playing a little fast and loose on this one. If S is out, then does T also have to be out? Is that what we're learning? If S is out, why do I have to have 3 kittens in? That feels like too much. I don't think that's true. If W is in, then G would have to go second. And so that scenario we came up with, thinking about if W's in, is fine. If W is out, that means that G, no, that doesn't tell us anything. If W is out, it just means W is out, with S also being out, and then one of H or G being out. I need 3 kittens on the inside. So yeah, it's not possible for W to be out. That scenario doesn't work because of the kittens next to Taffy or whatever his name is. Now I want to be careful because I don't think this must be in terms of order right now. Could be that I flip around those 2 pens. For sure, 1 and 5 can flip around, although it's already a coin flip. I mean, I guess I can say H has to be on the outside. Fluffy is in the first pen. Fluffy is in the 5th pen. I don't see why either of those is a must be true, because 1st and 5th could always switch. G is in the 2nd pen. Oh, wait, W is in. Yeah, okay, so here we go. We figured out there was no way to put W on the outside, and if W is on the inside, then G does have to go second. So that is actually our must be true. Okay, so number 6 is C. All right, what do we got here? We've got A, B, D, E, B, C. Abdebka. Oh, excuse me. Abdebka. Nice. We got them all. It's always nice when you get them all. What do I think? Yeah, I would be surprised if this is the easiest game in this section. It was nice that it had the specific questions, and I would say the first 4 of them were relatively easy. 6 was a little tougher, though. So I'll just leave it there. I would be surprised if, as we finish practice test 88 in the coming days, I'm going to try. I would be surprised if this one ended up being the easiest game in this section. I probably would skip this if this popped up first, especially literally first thing to do in section 1 if this occurred on the real thing. All right, there you have it. I hope that was helpful. I'm going to try over the summer, do a few more of these, not worry so much about the camera with my beautiful face. Again, this is what I look like. Come down here in the corner. Hi. You can look at other videos if you want to see what I look like. I am doing as many of these LSAT games as I can. Please feel free to comment down below with any questions that you have, or if you have a suggestion for a future game. I'm trying to work through all of them. I'll be honest, I doubt it's going to happen. This is like the Sufjan Stevens promising 50 state albums thing. I doubt I'm ever going to work through all of these, at least before LSAC replaces the logic games. But whatever, we're going to try. Comment down below, like the video if it was helpful, and I'll see y'all next time.